Assalamu alaikum students. Today our lecture of exercise 4.4 question number 6. Today inshallah we will solve its question number 6, then after that question number 4, because question number 6 and question number 4 both are same. That's why first I want to solve question number 6. In question number 6 what we have to do, we have to find out the value of A and also the value of B. And what to do? First of all, we have to simplify on the left hand side in such a way that the complete left hand side will become a two digits are remaining. One digit is with root and other digit is without root, and one thing is in our mind that this 3 root is compulsory coming. Okay, after that we will compare the left and the right hand side, then we will able to find the value of A and also to find the value of B. Right, now start to solve. We will take only left hand side, right hand side it remains same. At the last we will compare that one. Okay, left hand side. When we will start to solve the left hand side, at that time root 3 plus 1 first I will write, then after that I will explain that how to take LCM. If there are two terms and the both terms are totally disjoint or separate terms, then the easy way to take the LCM is that you have to multiply by this term by this number and this term to multiply by this, and the denominator combine the both terms multiply. Means you have to apply the process of multiplication 3 steps. First multiplication this, second this, third tail with tail. Right, there is tail to head and tail. Okay, when you will multiply each other, then the both numbers are the same, and if the both terms are same, then the power will become as a square. Power will become like a square. 3 root minus 1 plus 3 root plus 1, that is the term A plus B root 3. It remains same. There is no change in the right hand side. Even I am taking left hand side, but if you will continue the right hand side same steps, so there is no problem. In the numerator there is one formula which we have already used in exercise 4.2. Do you remember that one? If you will want to use the formula, then you can use its result directly. Otherwise, if you will not the mind in your formula, then you have to expand the both terms with the respect of A minus B whole square. Here A plus B whole square, and denominator which formula we will use that? Good, A plus B into A minus B, which is equal to A square minus B square. So first I want to expand this formula, because previous question we solved with the help of formula, that is formula is equal to A minus B whole square plus A plus B whole square, which is equal to 2 into A square plus B square. That is the result. If you want to use that result formula, then directly you can use the result. Otherwise, how to expand it? The square of the first term. What is the first term square? Square of first term plus square of second term, according to formula minus 2ab or plus 2ab, but the formula is a plus. Here you will write that root 3 1. If minus 2ab you will write at last, no issue. Otherwise, if you will write in the center, then it is also right. Both way is correct. Okay, then after that sign is plus. If there is plus sign, no need to apply the bracket, because there is no change inside the bracket. That's why square of first element again plus square of second element and plus 2ab. So A, what is that? A is equal to root 3 and second element 1. Numerator we solve with the help of two formulas, A minus B whole square, A plus B whole square, and there is A plus B into A minus B. When we will use that formula, so what we will get the result? A square minus B square. a square and minus b square. Because so many times we use that formula, that's why I am writing direct its result. So after simplification, you will check that. So square cancel by square root 3. Square of 1 is equal to 1 minus 2 root 3 plus square cancel by square root. That will also come 3 plus 1, and here what is that? Plus 2 root 3. Square cancel by square root 3 minus 1. Right? So cancel. Okay? Then what is this? 3 plus 1 plus 3 plus 1 over 3 minus 1, 2. First we have to simplify that. So 3 plus 1, 3 plus 3, 6 plus 2, 8, 8 over 2. And we will get the answer 4. That is our left hand side. When we will complete simplify, we will get the answer. That what is that answer? The answer is equal to 4. So what is the value of a and b? Now in the left hand side, when we simplify complete, then we will get the answer 4. And what is the right hand side? The right hand side is a plus b into root 3, right? Or square root 3. A plus b. So students, how can we get this value? Because at this time there is only one term, but here on the right hand side we are having two terms. So if the value of a is equal to 4, then what is the value of b? 0? Good. Yeah, you can write in such a way also, my dear student, because there is nothing element, then you can write 0 root 3 and here a plus b root 3. Now when you compare, the first term is equal to first, so a is equal to 4, and the second term is equal to second, so value of b is equal to 0. That is our required answer, which is the demand of the question. Got it? Again I repeat the steps. First, you have to simplify the left hand side and change into single fraction. Okay? When we will simplify, change into single fraction, then you will compare the right hand side. The number without search form, that is equal to a. The number is equal to 3 root, so that will become equal to b. But there is no term is here, that's why we will multiply 0 into 3 root. So the value of b is equal to 0 and the value of a is equal to 4. Hope all of you understand. Now we will start to solve. It's question number 4, right? Number 4, right? Question number 4, second part. There are 3 terms. The method to add the 2 terms I explained in the previous question number 6, and its first part is also same. Now there are the 3 terms question. There are 2 methods to solve. One method is that to take the LCM directly and then add, but there is a chance of the mistake is too much. That's why my opinion that you will not use that method, because that method is possible to take some mistake. So we have to choose the method in question number 1. What we solve in question number 1? Just a second. So what we did in question number 1, we will make its 3 parts. Solve then 3 parts, then add in equation number 1 or simplify in equation number 1. First we will solve only its first part. Like first we solve only this part. In question number 1, it is like that, rationalize the denominator. So we have to rationalize the denominator, simplify. When we will get the answer, then we leave it to make equation 2. Then we solve this part, then the all parts add at the same time. Okay? So how to simplify this one? According to rule, multiply and divide by its conjugate. That will become 2 minus root 3 over 2 minus root 3. Right? denominator, that is the formula, same formula which we are using so many times. What is that? A plus b into a minus b equal to a square and minus b square. That formula, square of first element minus square of second element. When we multiply by 1, there is no change, so it will be remain same. 2 minus root 3, right? 2 minus root 3 will be same. It will become 2 minus root 3. When we will solve the denominator, 2 2s are 4 and square cancel by square root, so it will become 4. I can write also here 2 minus root 3 over 4 minus 3, and 4 minus 3 is equal to 1, and 1 we are not writing, and we will leave it here with equation number 2, right? We solve its first part, make equation 2, solve its second part, make equation 3, solve its third part, make equation 4, then all the values putting in equation number 1, then the relation between them plus, then we can plus. If the relation is something else, then we can do that one. Now we'll start to solve this second part. Now we solve this. We solve 2 over, what is that? Root 5 minus root 3. Again, rationalize the denominator, multiply by its, when you get root 5 plus root 3 over root 5 plus root 3. Correct? Denominator, what is that formula? Before that I speak that, told you a minus b into a plus b, which is equal to a square minus b square. Good. So this formula we will apply in the denominator here, and also applying in same denominator here. You can multiply 2 with both terms. When 2 multiply with both terms, first we will write like this, then the next step we will simplify. And over a square, this one minus b square, this, sorry, I am not writing square, okay ji, now I wrote square, okay, cancel and cancel, 2 is still outside, that root 5 plus root 3 over 5 minus 3, 2, because square cancel by square root, here only 5 and here 3, 5 minus 3, 2, and this 2 and 2 possible to cancel because sign of multiplication, and we will make this is equation number 3. We have solved 2 parts. Now we have to start to solve third part. Good. 1 over 2 plus root 5, 2 plus root 5, and what is its opposite side conjugate? 2 minus root 5 over 2 minus root 5, right? Good. When we solve the denominator, numerator will remain same because only 1 multiply, so no change. So square of first element, a square minus b square. So what we will get the answer, I am writing here. Next one is 2 minus root 5 over square of 2, 4 minus 5. 4 minus 5 is minus 1. If the minus 1 in the denominator, if the 1 in denominator we are not writing, if the minus 1 in the denominator, then how can we remove that? Remember, we already solved this point. Yes, the sign of numerator will be changed, the both sign will be changed. You will write that -2 and plus root 5, and -1 of denominator will also finish if denominator is -1. Now see that first I solve this part and make equation number 2, right? Then I solve second part, make equation number 3. Then I solve third part, make equation number 4. Now we will write equation number 4. I'm doing mistake, students. 4. 3 parts, तीनों parts हमने solve किए. तीनों parts में relation क्या है? Plus. अब हम क्या कहेंगे? We can say that put equation number 2, 3 and 4 in equation 1. Put equation 2, 3 and 4 in equation 1. तीनों वैल्यूज इक्वेशन नंबर 1 में आके पुट करेंगे. इसका आंसर हमारे पास क्या आया था? इस पार्ट को जो सॉल्व किया था, इट्स आंसर इज इक्वेशन नंबर 2. इट्स आंसर इज इक्वल टू 2 root 3. Okay, after that what is the sign here? Plus. Okay, we will apply the plus sign. सेकेंड पार्ट इसको सॉल्व किया था, इक्वेशन नंबर 3 का नाम है. इसका आंसर क्या आया था? √5 प्लस √3. गुड. √5 प्लस √3. थर्ड पार्ट को सॉल्व किया था, इक्वेशन नंबर 4 का नाम आया था. सो इक्वेशन नंबर 4 का नाम आया था, तो उसके अंदर फिर प्लस की साइन है. प्लस की साइन कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, प्लस माइनस माइनस हो जाएगा. यानी प्लस अगर लगाते भी हैं तो ये -2 plus √5. If the sign is plus, then there is no change, so plus minus minus. Now we will check that what is the remaining answer. Cancel. Something more cancelling? Yes. What is that? +2 and -2 is also cancelled. So what is remaining? √5 plus √5. How many √5? 2. So our answer is 2 √5. In such a way your question number 1 is also perfect. यूं समझे क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 के 3 पार्ट्स को कंबाइन करके उसने एक क्वेश्चन बना दिया है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 में जो क्वेश्चन नंबर 4th पार्ट से शुरू होता है, 1 के 4th पार्ट को जो 4th पार्ट से लेके वहाँ जो 3 पार्ट थे ना, वहाँ एक पार्ट था ये, दैट इज ओनली 1 पार्ट. ये एक अलग क्वेश्चन था सेकंड, फिर अलग क्वेश्चन था थर्ड. उसने तीनों पार्ट्स को कंबाइन करके एक पार्ट में शिफ्ट कर दिया. इफ यू विल सॉल्व लाइक दैट इट विल बी इजी एंड यू कैन इजीली सॉल्व. थर्ड पार्ट इज आल्सो सेम वे. इट्स थर्ड पार्ट इज आल्सो हैविंग 3 पार्ट्स. तो आप हर पार्ट को सेपरेट सेपरेट रख के इसको सॉल्व करते जाएं. आपके पास ये भी पॉसिबिलिटी, आप इस इक्वेशन नंबर ए का नाम दे दें, जो फर्स्ट पार्ट उसे इक्वेशन नंबर 1, सेकंड पार्ट को इक्वेशन नंबर 2, थर्ड पार्ट को इक्वेशन नंबर 3 दे के आके यहाँ इसकी वैल्यू को पुट कर लें. होप ऑल ऑफ यू अंडरस्टैंड. कोई बात समझ नहीं आई तो फिर इंशाल्लाह मैं आपके पास कमेंट करें, व्हाट्सएप पे पूछें या जूम क्लास में आपको क्लियर करता हूँ. ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच. टेक केयर एंड अल्लाह हाफिज़.